Agenda. Michael Turpin hitting another one out of the park here, tracking down all kinds of cool people. I have with me here Alex Lightman. I was just live with Brian Santos, and Brian says, "Man, that guy, he's like the most important guy here in crypto." So wanted to come over and say hi, get you on here. He's with CoinField. So tell me a little bit, Alex, about I guess how the crypto on the island has evolved and what brought you here to Coin Agenda.
Sure. Well, Puerto Rico has tax advantages for Americans that are unequaled, and they're written specifically for people in the crypto community. And so Puerto Rico reached a peak population of 4 million, and it's been losing 100,000 people a year. And the government is kind of trying to throw a Hail Mary pass and say, how do we reinvent the island? So how do we attract people who are smart and successful to come here and spend money and make this their home? And so what they've done is they give people no capital gains tax, no dividend tax, no interest tax, no FATCA reporting, and no requirement to keep track of crypto trades. And they have very interesting banks, and there are banks here that have crypto licenses as well. So I think I give credit for this whole thing to Brock Pierce and Michael Turpin for coming here. Michael Turpin and Brock Pierce are also the people who got me into crypto in the first place. Brock bought a painting from me, and he refused to pay me in fiat. He says, you can only take crypto for this painting and don't sell it.
That's so funny.
So
how long ago was that, and what currency was it?
It was 2016.
Okay.
And it was Bitcoin.
Nice.
So yes. So when two guys who I respect a lot, I've known Michael Turpin longer than anybody here.
Right. Okay.
And I've known Brock about 20 years. But when two people who I respect, who are really hitting it out of the park, as you said, for crypto, say, hey, you should come to Puerto Rico. And I went, okay, so I'm here. And it's not just the tax benefits that are here, it's that people don't seem to want to watch Netflix and chill. They want to hang out with each other, and they want to brainstorm, they want to have ideas. And so I have yet to be here for more than a week without somebody throwing a dinner or a party where they haven't given me one big business idea. And that when you're here, you get into chats. And I got an idea that has been ridiculously valuable for me from the Puerto Rico chat. So it's not just being here, but it's getting to know people face to face. And then they just give ridiculously generously of their ideas. And you have some of the smartest people in crypto and in business and in internet here on the island. And if you're here, you're like in their family. Right. And I love that. So why I'm here in Coin Agenda is because I run an exchange that I put up the money to buy based on ideas I learned from people in Puerto Rico called CoinField, CoinField. And CoinField is a regulated exchange. Binance is not regulated. FTX is not regulated. They can basically do what they want. We have to check in with regulators and say, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it. We're treated a lot more like a bank than an internet, company. And we're now coming out with CoinField Coin. And the CoinField Coin lets you get discounts on the trading fees. It lets you get referral fees. It lets you use the Tingo network, which is 10 million people using its mobile phone service in 18 countries. And it lets you use something called Nwassa, Nwassa. And Nwassa is the biggest platform in Africa for trading food. So there's about 1 million transactions a day, people selling their food. And so we have a really interesting usage of the coin. And one CoinField coin equals one meal. You get a meal per coin. And as the coin, if and when the coin grows in value, and I'm not making any predictions about that, because it's a utility, utility coin, it's not a security coin, then you can use it to buy more food. And so the idea is to give people something that will stabilize food prices. Here on the island, my favorite restaurant is Marmalade. Marmalade has this gourmet meal. They let you split it. You can have two people eat it. And it's $109. And it's one of those treats like you have once a quarter or something. The ingredients in that meal have gone up in price by 50% so far this year as a kind of a benchmark for how fast food inflation is happening. So we want a coin for food security and food price stability, and that's what the CoinField coin is. And so I'm here, I'm speaking, I'm on a panel on our blockchain company's mature enough to be public companies. And since my company is part of a public company, I have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
And then we have a little table here to talk about things.
Awesome. Well, it's a lot. One of the things I enjoy about the space, and I talk about it all the time, is the amount of smart people that are here. And you run down and you don't miss any points. And it's as you put this thing together, as we move this space together, it's Puerto Rico. I think is going to become more and more important. And I didn't know that they specifically wrote the stuff for crypto. I thought that it was kind of set up the capital gains beforehand.
No, they actually have a part about not having to record your crypto trades that's there. So crypto's mentioned in part of it.
Yeah, that is really cool. So how long have you had the exchange? It is
the exchange has been in existence since 2017.
Okay.
And I led a group of investors to buy it about 6 months ago.
Okay. All right, good. So Coinfield, I'll have to check that out. So are you traveling much, or do you stay mostly here?
I'm traveling a lot.
Okay.
I travel, yes. One of the things about Puerto Rico is that if you're here, it has to be your primary residence.
Right.
However, they set it up so that if you're not, if you are not in the United States a lot, you don't have to be here as much.
Right.
But if you're in the U.S. a lot, then you have to be here a lot.
Right.
So they kind of balance it out. So this always has to be your primary residence, and it is. But so I've spent quite a lot of time in Europe, and I have a lot of things happening around London, a lot of things happening in Rome. And one of the things that I'm happy to see this time that I haven't seen as much in the past is people from Asia are here. So I met somebody who was here from Singapore, and she had one book. She gave it to me, The Economics and Math of Token Engineering and DeFi. And I love the idea that the smartest people in crypto from Singapore are attracted to Puerto Rico and are coming here and sharing their knowledge with us. Because I've heard a lot of people say, boy, I really wish that we could make Puerto Rico the Singapore of,
it's
of
said
the
over
Caribbean.
and over again.
Yes, well, but to actually, it's a validation and it's a milestone to actually have the smartest people in crypto from Singapore come here and say, okay, what can I learn? What can I teach?
Very cool. Well, awesome. Well, I know they're getting started over here. We're both going to be on stage here a little bit. I'm on stage pretty soon. We're going to talk about crypto banking on that panel. I'm moderating a panel. What time will you be speaking?
Well, I'll be speaking tomorrow in the morning, and then but my panel is this afternoon, the blockchain public companies. Okay. And I would like to say one thing too.
Sure, please.
One of the things that I really am excited about for Coinfield is that we are together in a public company with Tingo. Okay. Tingo is doing 700 million a year, about 200 million in earnings, and has 10 million customers, and is in the process of acquiring other companies which will grow that. And so we're actually making money with crypto by helping people grow food, by helping people stabilize food prices. So one of the things that's ready for this next generation of crypto, and I contrast that with Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, meme coins and stuff. And I thought something was very weird the other day. Elon Musk is teasing and kind of bear baiting the World Food Organization, saying, well, if you tell me in a tweet how to solve world hunger with 6 billion, I'll give you 6 billion. And I think, does it never occur to him, because he is a genius and his brother Kimball's has an even higher IQ, does it never occur to you that you could use crypto to solve the problem of hunger? Right. And that by promoting Dogecoin, you're not promoting solving world hunger, you're distracting people down a sort of very sterile kind of path of crypto. Whereas I think crypto is a tool for taking stakeholders. You have the people who are the farmers, you have the people who are the growers, you have the delivery people, you have the exchanges, you have and you can basically align the interests of all these shareholders together. Yep. Now, I heard that from Brock Pierce, and it was in theory, but now that I'm actually doing it, I realize that if you're solving problems with crypto, that you really look down your nose, by large nose, at people who are just screwing around with crypto and leading people down meme coin dead ends. Because crypto should be used to solve the biggest problems of the world. Yeah. It's all right there. It's a toolkit for doing that. Yeah.
You heard it here, guys. Alex Lightman, a real pleasure, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. And we'll be bringing more soon, too.